Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, students. Welcome back. Unit 5, Level 5. Unit 5, Part B. Level 5, Unit 5, Part B. Hopefully, we have sorted out the audio. If you experienced that, I apologize, but there was no time to fix it. Hopefully, you still benefited, and we can move on. So here we go. Last class, we were talking about travel plans, about plans for the future. We talked about be going to, and we talked about will. We also discussed vocabulary and items that you might travel with, including clothing, money, things for your health, documents, and luggage. Hopefully you are familiar with the vocabulary. Down here, we are going to start with perspectives. Perspectives, travel advisor. It says, listen to these pieces of advice from experienced travelers. You will also hear this on the audio. What topic is each person talking about? What exactly are they talking about? Yes. This goes back to some of the things we talked about before: clothing, money, documents, health, luggage. All right? So here we go. Enjoy.
Page 32, Exercise 6, Perspectives, Travel Advisor. Part A. Listen to these pieces of advice from experienced travelers. What topic is each person talking about?
You must have a valid passport to travel overseas. You ought to make a copy of your passport and keep it in a secure place.
When you fly, you should keep important things in your carry-on bag, such as your medication and ATM card. You shouldn't pack them in your checked luggage.
You should try some of the local specialties, but you'd better avoid the stalls on the street. You shouldn't drink tap water.
In most countries, you don't have to have an international driver's license, but you have to carry a license from your own country. You also need to be 21 or over.
You'd better buy travel insurance before you leave your country.
You'd better keep a copy of your credit card numbers at the hotel, and you shouldn't carry a lot of cash when you go out.
All right, so topic to topic. The first one here, what's he talking about? It's about passports, documents. Here he's talking about your luggage, packing and your luggage. Down below this one, talking about food and street food. Here he's talking about driving. This one, he's talking about travel insurance. And the last one, he's talking about money. It says, look at the advice again. Do you think this is all good advice? Why or why not? What do you think about this advice? We will ask about that when I see you again. And we will look here. Yes, the perspectives exercise leads us into the grammar focus. Let us have a look. Modals for necessity and suggestion. Necessity and suggestion. So necessity, something you must do. Necessity, you have to do it. Suggestion, maybe. It's advice. It's advice. So let's look.
Page 33, Exercise 7, Grammar Focus, Modals for Necessity and Suggestion. Describing necessity.
You must have health insurance.
You need to be 21 or over.
You have to get a passport.
You don't have to get vaccinations.
Giving suggestions.
You'd better avoid the stalls on the street.
You ought to make a copy of your passport.
You should try some local specialties.
You shouldn't carry a lot of cash.
Page.
All right, so let's look. These ones describe necessity, yani something that you have to do, you must, you need to, have to, and the negative, don't have to, right? It's not a necessity. Yes. You'd better, yani you had better, you'd better. Avoid the stalls on the street. You had better. You'd better. You ought to. So ought to and should, the same meaning. You should make a copy of your passport. You ought to make a copy of your passport. So when we use ought, you have to use ought to. Should, you don't need to. And the last one, you shouldn't carry a lot of cash. You shouldn't carry a lot of cash. So the difference is that these are for suggestion. It's like advice. You don't have to do it. But these ones are necessity, right? If you don't do it, there could be a problem. Again, students, I will remind you of the Grammar Plus in the back of the book. All right. Look at this exercise down below. Choose the best advice for someone who's going on vacation, then compare with a partner. So here we have don't have to and shouldn't. Don't have to and shouldn't. So you should decide if it is necessity or if it's suggestion. You blank to pack too many clothes. You won't have enough room to bring many gifts. This sounds like suggestion, so I would say shouldn't. Somebody's giving advice. You shouldn't pack too many clothes. You carry identification with you. It's the law. It's the law. So this necessity. You must. All right, so please finish that. In class, we will check your answers. All right. Down here, part B, imagine you're going to travel abroad. Imagine you're going to travel abroad. Yani abroad means outside your country. So if you go to Lebanon, that's going abroad. If you go to Jordan, that's going abroad. If you go to Europe, that's going abroad. Outside your country. Take turns giving each other advice. So, what advice would you give your fellow students about these 6 things? All right? You can prepare yourself for that exercise. Pronunciation, linked sounds with W and Y. Let's look at it first, and then we will investigate.
33. Exercise 8. Pronunciation. Linked sounds with W and Y. Listen and practice. Notice how some words are linked by a W sound, and other words are linked by a Y sound.
You should know about local conditions. You ought to do it right away. You shouldn't carry a lot of cash. You must be at least 21 years old.
So students, we've talked before about linked sounds. We've talked about blending, all right? This rule is kind of the same. What they're speaking specifically about W and Y. W and Y. So you should know about. know about, local conditions. You ought to do it. You ought to do it right away. Do it. So the letter is O. The letter is O, but it does have a wow, do, ooh, an ooh sound, right? Do it right away. Do it right away. Also very common. You shouldn't carry a. We talked before about blending with a. Carry a lot of money. Carry a. Be at least. You must be at least. Be at least. Be at least 21 years old. Good to know. Good to practice. Make sure you practice. All right, let's get into this. The listening. A pleasant trip. It says, listen to an interview with a spokesman from the London Visitor Center. Remember the topics she discusses in the correct order from 1 to 4. Number the topics from 1 to 4. So we have money, public transportation, safety, and planning a trip. So you need to put these in order from 1 to 4. 1 to 4.
Page 34. Exercise 9. Listening. A pleasant trip. Part A. Listen to an interview with a spokeswoman from the London Visitor Centre. Number the topics she discusses in the correct order from 1 to 4.
What should people do to make their trip to London pleasant?
Well, don't try to do too much in a short time. That's very important. You should start planning before you get here. You ought to decide in advance which sites you most want to see.
Is it easy to get around on public transportation?
Oh, yes. There are buses, trains, the metro, taxis. There are plenty of options. But you ought to go online and investigate. There are websites that will show you the best route to get where you want to go. Oh, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Even British visitors have to ask for help when they come here. You'll find that people from London are happy to help. They like welcoming visitors to their city and are willing to give directions.
I see. And is London a safe city for tourists?
It's safer than many cities in the world. But just like in any big city, you should still be careful. For example, don't go off on your own, especially at night. And never carry much cash on you.
One last thing. Is it an expensive city to visit?
Yes, it can be, but there are a lot of places in the city where you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you're a student, you should bring your student ID card with you. That way, you can get a discount at museums and galleries.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, just that most people have a great time when they come to London, and I'm sure you will too.
All right, students, I'm going to help you with half of this exercise. What did you get? What was the first thing that she talked about? The first thing she talked about was planning the trip. I'm not going to write in this box, it's too small. Number 1, planning the trip. Number 2, public transportation. Number 3, safety. And number 4, money. All right. Part B, you're on your own. Part B is for you, and I will check it in class. It says, listen again, write one piece of advice that she gives for each topic. All right? One piece of advice that she gives for each topic. Hopefully you can understand her English. And the last thing, we will do this also in class. Which pieces of advice for London apply to your city? Which don't? Why or why not? We are inside the Corniche. Everything is hunky-dory. All right? So be prepared for that in class. Also, writing, students, writing. Have a safe trip. Imagine someone is going to visit your town, city, or country. Write an email giving some suggestions for sightseeing. You do not have to do this about Idlib. If you have experience in Halab or Homs, Hama, Sham, you can use any of them. It does not have to be Idlib. Let's look at the example. The example. Dear Michael, I'm so glad you're coming to visit me in Valparaiso. All right. There are lots of things to see here, and we're going to walk a lot. So bring some comfortable shoes. Don't forget your swimsuit, because I'm planning to take you to Vina del Mar for a day at the beach. It will be warm, so you don't need to pack blah, 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 blah. Please remember suggestion and necessity. Suggestion and necessity, all right, for your writing exercise. Use this as an example. You can write about any city you want, one city. If you don't have anything interesting, then lie. The last two things, students around the world, I want you to please look at this exercise. We will do this in class in pairs. So you should start making your ideas right now. You just won a free 30-day trip around the world. Discuss the following questions. Those are the questions. You can read them on your own, and you need to prepare yourself for this exercise. Listen, you can go anywhere in the world, anywhere, all right? Outside of Syria, outside the Middle East, not Arab. Anywhere in the world that you can go. Don't say Derkush. I will kill you. What do you need before you go? Discuss these topics. Shopping, packing, documents, money, reservations, and vaccinations. All right? Please prepare yourself for this discussion. Thank you very much. And the last thing on our list is the reading. I have taught you well, my students. I know that all of you know exactly how to do this. It says, skim the article, match the photographs A, B, and C. So, yes, here's paragraph A. Let me mark this. Paragraph A, what picture is it? Paragraph B, what picture is it? Paragraph C, what picture is it? Students, you know what to do. Read the article, mark any new words, all right? Try to understand the meaning from the word itself, the context, the subject. Maybe they give you the word, or maybe they give you the explanation in the reading, maybe. And then read it again. Read it at least twice, at least 2 times, all right? Without any help. If you've read it at least twice, you still think you need some help, then you can choose your help. It would be better if you look up new words in English. This is not book 1 or the intro book. You should be focusing on learning English from English. English from English, right? So before you open an Arabic dictionary, before you open an Arabic translator, please look the words up, English, English. Also, do exercises B and C, and be prepared to discuss what you read. Be prepared to discuss what you read. All right, my students, that is the end of Unit 5. That is the end of Unit 5. Hopefully, you were able to finish both. I hope that the audio turned out well for part B. I haven't heard it yet. I won't hear it until the recording is finished, but I think I fixed it. I will see you in class. Everyday English, 15-20 minutes, right? Nobody's going to give you time. You've got to take it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.